ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another Jurassic World Camp Cretaceous video. It's been a while since I've covered anything Camp Cretaceous related over on the channel, so I thought today was best suited for a Camp Cretaceous video. Given the current state of the channel's performance, hopefully this video will re-spark the interest in Jurassic videos just that little bit more here on YouTube. After all, Camp Cretaceous is really what bolstered my channel into what it is today. Anyways, we all know what Camp Cretaceous is by now, or I should hope so. It was Jurassic's first ever canonical series that added more than just little things here and there into this universe. It's something that you can look back on and actually find a lot of enjoyment in. Not to mention how it makes some aspects of Jurassic World Dominion and Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom much more enjoyable. Either way, it's a show that we must be thankful for, as it really has opened a new horizons for Jurassic and proved that Jurassic can have a TV series to add to its lore. But sadly, it's all over now, as Season 5 was the culmination of this series. However, that hasn't stopped some people from asking the question as to when we will next see these campers again in the future. And that's exactly what we're here answering today. So sit back, relax, and enjoy this video as to when we will next see the campers from Jurassic World Camp Cretaceous. The campers of Jurassic World Camp Cretaceous have some of the best characteristics about any character from Jurassic. These 6 characters have really stayed true to themselves, but at the same time evolved into someone better. They were first introduced during a time where we didn't have much Jurassic content to indulge upon. But thankfully, these guys were written very well that it brought us to some of the best Jurassic media out there for us to enjoy, especially Season 3. So it's no surprise that these characters have become beloved by many people across the world. Spoilers for Season 5, but Camp Cretaceous ended off in a fantastic way as one of the best endings to a Jurassic project. It kept these campers alive, and it returned the majority of them back to the mainland, where they lived out their lives after having this brand new experience. Not only that, but there was a time jump from the years of 2016 to the year of 2018, and from what we can tell, it was the morning directly after the events of Lockwood's Manor from Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom, tying things together nicely once again. And that was the very last we saw from them. Some people have rightfully wondered whether a 6th season of Camp Cretaceous may come through, or perhaps even a movie for Camp Cretaceous. But, to be honest, I don't see either of those becoming a reality. Their stories ended in Season 5 for Camp Cretaceous, meaning we may never see them together once again. But I'm not discounting the chance of their individual stories to continue within this universe. And for that, we must take a look at the most important characters from this show. The most important characters to point out are Darius and Brooklyn, but Ben is also an important character, as well as Kenji being a focus as well. This is because Darius was last seen in California with Kenji, who is now his housemate living with him. He's at the forefront of the events in California where the dinosaurs break out of Lockwood's holding, as we saw one of the 3 Brachiosauruses that was saved from Isla Nublar right outside of his window. His and Kenji's living situation may suddenly drastically change now that dinosaurs are living in their back garden. As for Ben, he's also a vital character to take focus on, as he was last seen with Bumpy on Manticorp Island. Now, as for the ecosystem on Manticorp Island, we know that carnivores still exist there, as at the end of Season 5 he thanked Sammy and her family for sending some meat over to the island, suggesting that yes, carnivores are still alive on Manticorp Island. And finally, the most important character to take notice of was Brooklyn. Brooklyn was one of the most well-known people on the planet due to her following on social media. She has a large following simply because of her adventurous videos. Now, as we saw at the end of Camp Cretaceous, she seems to be yet again on another exploration somewhere that involves her being quiet and dark. She even mentions about the Lockwood estate after hearing some rumours about the dinosaurs, meaning that I am sure she'll go and investigate that eventually down the line as well. Just a quick break from the video to remind you guys to go ahead and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so, as we cover everything to do with the Jurassic franchise in easy to understand news formed videos. So if you want to learn more, go ahead and press that red subscribe button. After all, it's completely free and helps out the channel so much. But why am I reminding you about where their stories ended in Camp Cretaceous? Well, that's because these storylines give us a somewhat clear indication as to what to expect for their futures. The characters' stories can continue as Season 5 laid down some groundwork to see them once again in the future of Jurassic. So, for a quick answer as to whether or not we'll see them again, I am certain that at least 2 of the 6 characters will once again be part of another series or potentially movie for Jurassic. But when or where they may appear is a complete different question. But recently, back in August, I reported on an exclusive that a brand new Jurassic World animated TV series is currently in the works. There's more information out there on my YouTube and Twitter should you wish to find out more, but we last heard it's in current development, and I'm quite hopeful for a probable 2024 release. Depending on what the story may follow for this series, I would also look forward to seeing possibly 1 or 2 other characters in this show from Camp Cretaceous. It also depends on when this takes place as well. Should it take place where I think it might, in between 2018 and 2022, I am certain that Darius may make another appearance once more, as I feel like his story has yet to be wrapped up and his character was way too important to the Jurassic saga to just be thrown away like that. He's also the only one that's mainly set up on the mainland to tackle these new dinosaur threats with his knowledge and capability regarding them. Kenji, not so much, but Darius for sure. This could even lead into a possible cameo appearance by Ben, who's been left on Manticore Island but can still get on and off at his free will. Ben may not have a dedicated show, but I think he would appear in a cameo fashion where Darius will take the main lead. So, depending on the year and the story of this new animated series, I remain hopeful to see Darius once more. But Brooklyn. Brooklyn for me is the character that we should all keep our main focus on for these future Jurassic projects. Because, and this may be a little bit over the top, but hear me out and I will explain why, but because I think that one day we may actually get to see a live action Brooklyn in years to come. Now, hear me out and let me explain. Brooklyn was arguably the main character of Camp Cretaceous, or at the very least was up there with Darius. Her character was at the fundamental point of decisions, and she really knew how to take a lead on some situations involving the group. So, in some respect, she's a main character, and I honestly haven't seen a single soul talk any shit about her on social media either. So from the outside, it seems like she's a character who's absolutely loved by the fans. But now, here's the main thing. Brooklyn is voiced by none other than Jenna Ortega, an incredible actress who is currently going through a major fame strike thanks to the Scream franchise and her recent Wednesday series on Netflix. She's one of the biggest upcoming stars of this decade, and I can see her set to be casted in many major roles in many major movies yet to come. So, since she's already been in Jurassic, and considering that her character in Jurassic is one of the most liked from the animated form, it would be incredibly smart for Universal and Amblin to make this move official and bring Brooklyn into live action, and have her as one of the brand new faces for this brand new era of Jurassic that will be starting very soon. Having an actress like Jenna Ortega in your books would easily bring in people to the franchise much more, and it would also give some general audience more interest to learn about her character of Brooklyn, potentially increasing the viewer numbers for Camp Cretaceous during the years where it's slowly dying out as it's not releasing any new content. This way you have one of the most well-known actors of this decade taking your most important franchise to the top once again and where it deserves to be. So when you look at it logically, all of the factors add up really nicely for Brooklyn to return sometime in the next phase of this Jurassic universe. The actress, the studio, the character, everything. I mean shit, I believe Jenna Ortega and Brooklyn are similar ages as well, which is just one more factor to add up suspiciously, let's say. To be honest, seeing the other campers outside of animation may not go down too well with some hardcore fans that didn't like Camp Cretaceous. That's understandable, but if some of them specifically got called up and did well in their respected shows or movies, I wouldn't be opposed to seeing this happen in the future again. Overall, the answer as to whether or not we will see the campers return again is a complicated one, but one that I'm confidently going to say yes. But with some exceptions, obviously. I don't believe that we will see all 6 of these campers return one day, but only a select few. In order of who is most likely to return, it goes Brooklyn, Darius, Ben, and then Kenji. Sammy and Yasmina I feel like have next to no chance to return, but the other 4 and especially Brooklyn could return in another show or maybe even live action. After all, if there's one thing that nerdy fans of movies really love to see, it's animated characters appearing in live action. I mean, just take a look at how the Star Wars fans are being treated right now. It's absolutely crazy. And I can only hope that something similar like that will be on the way for Jurassic soon. Because how cool would it be to see a live action Bumpy and Brooklyn on screen together? But yeah, I believe that we'll eventually see some sort of characters returning one day, but not all of them. Right now, it's all just speculation until we know more, and hopefully that won't be too far away, as JP30 is right around the corner now, where we're eagerly awaiting some awesome new announcements for the franchise. But for the time being, make sure you all subscribe to the channel so you can be the first to hear of any news coming from the franchise once we do in fact know more. If you enjoyed today's video, please be sure to leave a like and share it around with your friends who may also be interested to know more about these campers. Leave your thoughts down in the comments below, but most importantly, make sure you're all staying safe out there, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye bye.
Hello, hi, you, did you enjoy the video? Just a little reminder to press that like button and also subscribe. I just want to thank my Patreons for this month on screen right here, as giving me that little extra support really does go a long way. But anyways, I hope you guys have an amazing rest of your day.